Okay, so this is our next question from Cat 23 slot 1. You can give this one a try and you can resume the video for the solution. Alright, so let's read this question. The salaries of three friends, Sita, Gita and Mita, are initially in the ratio of 5, 6 and 7 respectively. In the first year, they get salary hikes of 20%, 25% and 20% respectively. In the second year, Sita and Mita get salary hikes of 40% and 25% respectively. And the salary of Gita becomes equal to the mean salary of the three friends. The salary hike of Gita in the second year is okay. So we have to find out the salary hike of Gita in the second year. So let's look at the very first method where I will conventionally solve the question without any tactics involved, straightforward solution. So ratio of the salaries of three friends is 5 is to 6 is to 7. Let's take the salaries as 5x, 6x and 7x. The first year they get hikes of 20%, 25% and 20% respectively. So Sita gets a hike of 20%. Her initial salary is 5x and it will increase by 20%. So 20% of 5x will be x. That means the new salary will be 5x plus x, that is 6x. Similarly, Geeta's salary will increase by 25%. 25% of 6x is what? 1.5x. So the new salary of Geeta is 7.5x. And same way, Mita gets a hike of 20%. 20% of 7x is 1.4x. So the new salary will be 8.4x. In the second year, Sita and Mita get salary hikes of 40% and 25%. So Sita is getting a hike of 40% over 6x. 40% of 6x is basically 2.4x. And the total salary now becomes 8.4x. And thus the total salary now becomes 8.4x. Now Mita gets a hike of 25%, 25% over 8.4x. It is basically 1/4 or 2.1, and 2.1 plus 8.4 is 10.5x. Now as per the question, Geeta's salary is equal to the mean salary of the three friends. So let's Geeta's salary be G. The mean salary of all these three friends would be 8.4x plus G plus 10.5x divided by 3, and this mean is Geeta's salary again. So from here we can calculate Geeta's salary. If I just take 3 on the right hand side, I will get 8.4x plus G plus 10.5x is 3G, or basically 8.4x plus 10.5x is equal to 2G, or if I divide by 2 on both sides, I get Geeta's salary as simply 8.4x plus 10.5x upon 2. That will be 18.9x divided by 2. 9.45x. So now we have found Geeta's final salary 9.45x. Initial was 7.5. We can find the difference, or we can find the increase in salary 9.45 minus 7.5. That will be 1.95. So the increase in salary is 1.95x. Out of 7.5x, multiply this with 100, and that should give us the answer. 195 divided by 750 into 100. 25 30s are, 25 4s are, 5 6 are, 5 3s are 15, and 5 9s are 45, 3 13s are, 3 2s are, 2 2s are, 13 into 2 26%. Very clearly the answer is option A, 26%, right? So well, that's how we solve the question conventionally without any shortcut, anything or as such. The best part about the question is it combines all the knowledge of ratios, percentages as well as averages, right? So the best way to solve the question would be the one which I'll show you right now. Okay. And for that, we have to pay attention to the numbers and the given data here. Now, the first thing I want you to observe here is look at what we have got for the salary of Geeta. The salary of Geeta effectively became the average salary of Sita and Mita finally, right? So when they say that salary of Geeta becomes equal to the mean salary of all the three friends, well, if Geeta's salary is the mean salary of all the three, it is also the mean salary of the remaining two. That same fact is confirmed by what we have got here, right? So this is something that you can anticipate and directly take the average of these two numbers to get the salary of Geeta directly. Okay. The second major change that we can make here is we had taken the initial salaries as 5x, 6x and 7x. But we notice that Sita's salary will increase by 20%. So it is bound to get multiplied by 6 by 5. Gita's salary will increase by 25%, so it is bound to get multiplied by 5 by 4. And Mita's salary will increase by 20%, so it will get multiplied by 6 by 5 again. Similarly, in the second year, Sita would get a hike of 40%, so her salary would get multiplied by 7 by 5. And Mita would get a hike of 25%, so her salary would get multiplied by 5 by 4. Notice that Sita, Gita, and Mita, their salaries are going to get multiplied by certain factors, right? So Sita's salary gets multiplied by 6 by 5 and 7 by 5. Mita's salary gets multiplied by 6 by 5 and 5 by 4. And Gita's salary gets multiplied by 5 by 4. The reason we get so many decimals, guys, is that we have selected numbers which are not multiples of these denominators 5, 5, 4, 4, 5, right? So what you can do in the beginning itself is take certain numbers or take certain values in place of 5, 6 and 7 so that they'll make the calculations easy. Okay, so 5 and 4, the least common multiple is 20. What I will do is the ratio of 5, 6 and 7, I will multiply throughout by 20. So instead of taking the values as 5x, 6x and 7x, we'll take them as 5 into 20, 100, 6 into 20, 120 and 7 into 20, 140. We'll assume the initial salaries as 100 rupees, 120 rupees and 140 rupees. That will make life super easy in this question now. And now you will see the magic happening before your own eyes. In the first year, they get hikes of 20, 25 and 20%. So Sita's new salary is 20% higher, meaning 120. Gita's new salary is 25% higher. 25% is 1/4 of 120, that's 30. So Gita's new salary is 150 rupees. And Mita's new salary would be 20% higher. 20% of 140 is 28. So the value finally is 168. In the second year, Sita gets a hike of 40%. So 40% of 120 is 48. So new salary is 168. And Mita's new salary is 25% higher. So 25% of 168 is 42. And thus Mita's new salary is 168 plus 42, 210. As discussed just now, Gita's salary is actually the average of these two numbers. So directly taking the average of these two, we get the average of 8 plus 0, 8, 6 plus 1, 7, 2 plus 1, 3, which is 189. And you can observe Gita's salary became 150 to 189. The increase is worth 39. And since we want the percentage change, it's 39 upon 150 multiplied by 100. 2 zeros gone. 5 threes are 15, 5 twos are 10, 3 13s are 13 into 2 is 26. Such a short and sweet method to get the answer. It's very clearly option A. So I hope you've understood the concept. You can check out the link in the description for my course where I have solved and explained this particular concept in many other places. So you can check that out as well.